I flipped it. And I now know why my impeller's not spinning. It's seized. Oh, that's nice. Oh boy. That's what happens when you neglect your equipment. I had it all greased up, mind you. Friction disc is getting a little beat. But my impeller, or whatever you call that monster gear, ain't budging. Nope. Got my hand right in it. Nope. Needs a pry bar. Beat on it. It's funny that this one is built opposite to this one. Chain on the left. Chain on the right. And this one you can change the friction disc by undoing those 3 bolts. It slides off this floating shaft. And this one, the shaft is held up on both sides. And friction disc doesn't come off as easily. Gotta dismantle a whole bunch of stuff. But I've been spraying some AMSOIL synthetic spray grease onto all the moving parts and pivots and bushings. And I greased this axle. And the grease came out of there. But there's no grease fitting on this side, so I lubed it up. Yeah, instead of supporting this shaft over here, you support it over there. So this one, the shaft is supported in the middle. Disc is on the end. Yep. Got to take off a whole bunch of parts to change that disc. Harder to service than this antique. So who makes this? MTD way back when? See where I welded on a big thick plate there? Yep, worn right through the case. Now I notice I got a bent axle here. Probably when I was prying it out of the ice, I bent the axle. It's bent. Let's see how much room I have here now. Spin the wheel. And nope, can't do it now. I could always heat up that axle and straighten it. What this thing needs to be had is brought to someone that can service it. Peppercat Keith. There's a fellow in Maine that rebuilds old snowblowers, John Deere's with cast iron cases, cast iron gearboxes. This has got an aluminum gearbox. Wonder if that'll last. Maybe they should be loose. They can bite into the ice. Yeah, seized. I don't feel like taking this thing apart. I'll never put it back together. So who wants to fix it? Drip. Drip. Looks like fun, huh? Seized. Pigs on their noses. TGIF. Got a crank on this impeller. Come on, baby. Up. There it goes. There we go. That's all it needed. Blow the cobwebs out with the Enforcer. Where's this thing from? All trade, made in India. Well, I guess they got things to pry in India. That was worth $20 I paid for the Enforcer. Good for prying control arms down when you have to change ball joints. That didn't take too much effort. There. good place to have your hands stuck, I tell you. Well, let's see what happens. Let's see if she cranks now. Crank her up! Somehow I just don't feel like sticking my hand in there while it's running. I don't know why it is. It's rubbing on something. Oh, there's the problem. There's a big dent in the bottom of the case. Right there. Don't you love YouTube? Get to see everything. Huh. Yep. Wonder what happened there. Well, it's working. How am I going to fix that? Dent puller? Yeah. Well, things aren't that bad. I guess I'll need the enforcer, and I'll have to heat that up and have a second person here to heat it up while I hit it with the enforcer. So, one more cold crank. Clear up! I was going to change the spark plug on this one. Throttle. Crank her up! Alright, I got her all greased up and lubed up and put some grease under there. Power boost. Alrighty. Time to go work on the apartments. Enough playing. 2 new toys. 1 old toy and 1 new toy.